Namaste and welcome here to LaVi Sound and Yoga. I'm Laura and I'm super happy to share this Hatha Yoga sequence with you because it helps us to be more here and now. So it helps us to take care about ourselves, to take time for ourselves and appreciate the present moment more. Because in normal life, this is what we sometimes forget when we rush from one thing to another. And the yoga mat is a perfect place to do this, and Hatha Yoga especially, because in this sequence we stay longer in one asana, so we can take time to perceive how we feel, how our breath is, what we can feel in our body parts. So it gives us time to observe. If you want, you can have a block which supports us in some of the asanas, and otherwise we will practice quite some standing positions, so it can be challenging. And we start with a little warm-up. So you start in a seated position where you can sit comfortably. And with your inhale, you take your arms wide up, stretch long, long, long. And then you bring your right hand down to the floor, slide it a little bit away. So the left arm comes over your head, you lean to the right, and you take 2 breaths into the left side body. So we stretch and warm our body here a little bit for the standing postures. Inhale, come back up, and then other side. Left hand to the floor, slide the left hand away, right arm overhead, and then 2 breaths into the right side body. Good. Then come back to a neutral position for your spine. And now we open our legs. So the legs don't need to be super wide. It's just like you can sit comfortably. The feet are active. So you flex the foot and you press the feet away from you, as well as you push the heels down into the floor. And then from here, have a nice straight back. And then you turn to the left leg, bring your right hand to the left knee or the chin, and the left hand a little bit further away. But stay with a nice long back. And with this nice long back, you twist a little bit to the left and lean a little bit forward. So we have a twist as well as a little side bend here. Take one more breath. Good. And then come back to center and we change. Left hand comes to left knee, left shin bone or outer side of the leg, and the right hand comes to the right side. Long back, feet are still active. So push the feet away and down to the floor, and then straighten the back and lean a little bit more to the right and down. But not that much. We are still at the beginning of class. Good. Back to center, and then just bring your hands to the floor and lean gently forward. Good, wonderful. Come back to center. And then from here, make your way into your downward facing dog. So you come onto your hands, and then you straighten the legs and you bring the sitting bones up to the ceiling. The feet are hip width apart, the hands are shoulder width apart, and you stretch the fingers, or you spread the fingers really wide, wide maybe also. Push into the floor and roll the shoulders away from your ears. You can have the knees bent or you can straighten the legs. And then from here, take 3 conscious breaths just to feel your body in this shape. Take an inhale and an exhale, maybe even close your eyes to feel the present moment. Good. And then from here, you step your right foot in between your hands and see that the feet are on two lines, so not in one line. So the right foot is a little bit right, the left foot is a little bit left, and you can place the heel down to the floor. So the back foot is around 45 degrees. The right knee is bent and you come up with your torso. Both feet are super active and both legs are similar loaded. So both legs are active. Try to turn the hips facing the front of the mat. So both legs are active. The back foot pushes as much as the front foot down into the floor. And then take your arms up into warrior one. So the shoulders are relaxed and you grow from this grounding up with your fingers. You can either stay here, or if your shoulders and neck are okay with it, but only then, you can bring your hands together and gaze up to your hands. But if this is in any way too much for your neck or your shoulders, then just leave it out. Take one breath here. Feel your body. Then release your arms and then step the back foot to the front. And then we can just change. So the left foot stays front, right foot steps back. The step don't need to be that far away. Right foot turns 45 degrees. Again, the feet are in two lines, not in one line. So this helps us to turn the hips parallel to the small side of our mat. Then bend the left knee. So the left knee is around on top of your left heel. Both feet are active, both legs are working, arms come up next to your ears, and relax the shoulders. See that you are not so much coming into this hollow back. Take the belly button a little bit in and up. Stay here, or if you want to bring your hands together and gaze up, then this is also totally fine. Take 2 more breaths. Super. Release your arms. Straighten the front leg and then make a step with the right foot to the front of your mat. Bring the feet parallel and just for neutralizing our spine a little bit, take your arm up. Just a half small mini sun salutation, come down into a forward fold. Then bring your hands to your chin bones and straighten the back parallel to the floor. So have the feeling the crown of your head wants to go front, but the sitting bones back, and you are parallel to the floor. One more breath. And exhale, come down into a forward fold. With your next inhale, come up to standing, roll the shoulders back and down, and stand really tall and proud at the beginning of your mat. Good. We come into the next standing asana posture, where we might need a block. So I will show you with a block as well. You have the block in front of you, and then you step the right foot back on your mat. This time you can have the feet a little bit wider, and the feet are this time in one line, so different than before. The right foot is parallel to the small side of the mat and the left foot facing front. And the heel of the front foot is around the center of the right foot. This time the hip is opening to the side of your mat. So we come into triangle pose, where we open our arms shoulder width apart, take the right hand to the right hip. And then the left hand is like you want to catch something in the front. So you first lean front, and then you make your way down. And maybe your hand come to your chin bone, or maybe you have here your block where you can place your hand as a really good foundation. Both legs stay long. And then you open the right chest, that the right shoulder is like over your left. Either you stay here or you take your right arm up. And from here, push into the left hand, that you have the feeling you grow. Both feet and legs are active. And then take 2 breaths here. Wonderful. And to release the posture, just look down to the floor. Bend the front knee, that you come up with your torso. Just change the left foot facing or parallel to the small side of your mat, both feet parallel, and then we open the right foot. So we are exactly the same stand, but just to the other side. Left hand comes to the left hip, so the hip stays open as well. Right arm long, and like you want to catch something at the right side, front of you. And then you lean down, and maybe your hand come to the chin bone on your block, or of course also can come to the floor. Open the left shoulder up, and either you stay here or you decide to take your left hand up and then push to the right fingers or hand, that you create the feeling of growth through your legs as well. And then take 2-3 breaths just to enjoy the present moment here, to enjoy your breath, your body, all the sensations. Then turn your head down, right knee bends a little bit, that you can come up. Make your feet parallel to the small side of your mat, bring your hands to your hips, and then lean forward, just that the spine is parallel to the floor, and place the hands underneath your shoulders. Take 1-2 breaths here. Good. Come all the way up, and then walk or jump your feet together. Again, just take your arms up and wide and lean forward into a forward fold to neutralize our spine and our body. Hands to chin, inhale halfway up and exhale down. And then all the way up into standing. We come into the twisted version of Trikonasana, the triangle, which we just did. For this, I would try it first with a block. So we come again to the beginning of our mat. We step the right foot back, not that big, not that wide, and the feet come again onto these 2 lines, not in 1 line, 2 lines, right foot right, left foot left. The block can come here to the left foot. Then take your left hand to your left hip and take your right arm next to your ear. And then, like you want to create length in your right side. So as you want to grow up, and from this you lean forward, first parallel, and then the right hand comes down either on the floor or on the block. The block can come underneath the shoulder or closer to your feet, to your foot, the left foot. And then from here you turn to the left side. So you twist to the left side. You can either have your hand on your hip, or you can decide to maybe open the arm here up to the ceiling. And here's the same. The right hand is the foundation. Take 2 breaths in your body into the present moment. Maybe also in the uncomfortable situations where we are. Good. Then release the arm, bend the left knee a little bit, that you can come up, and change feet. Right foot front, left foot back. Feet are again on 2 different lines, further away from each other, hip parallel to the front side of your mat. Right hand to the right hip, left arm comes up, long, 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 and then lean forward. And then from here, the hand can either on your block or on the floor. The block can also, if you want, come to the outside of your feet. So you create a foundation, and then from here, you twist to the right side. You open the right shoulder, and either you stay here or, or you take your right arm up. And then grow and breathe. Don't stop to breathe in any of the posture. Good. One last breath here. Wonderful. Turn your head, right knee a little bit bent, that you can come up. And then step the right foot to the front. Bring your block to the front. And one more time, inhale up. Exhale to the floor, forward fold. Halfway up and down. And then the whole way up, back to standing. Good. Last standing position, which you might know is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. For here, we take the right foot back, can be a little bit wider stand. The right foot, again, parallel to the small side, left foot facing front, and we bend the left knee. So the hip is open now again to the side. The knee is around over the heel, and then we open the arms wide, shoulder relax, and we look over the left finger, maybe through the middle finger, as we have a goal. The warrior is someone who is strong and take all his power to reach its goal. Maybe bend the left knee a little bit more, and for 3 breaths, just breathe and be. Feel into your body. Try not to do so much hollow back, just tuck your tailbone a little bit and breathe naturally. Wonderful. Then straighten the front leg, lower the arms, take your feet parallel, and change. Right foot opens to the right side. Same, feet stays in one line. Right knee bend, both legs active. Open your arms, and this time look over the right middle finger. So back is now front. Shoulders relaxed and breathe. Maybe come a little bit deeper into the front knee. Feel the demand in your body and breathe through. Nothing else is here, just yourself on this mat. One more breath. Good. And then straighten the front leg, release your arms. Take your feet parallel, and then take your hands to your hips, and then lean forward. And then either hands on the floor, on your block, or if you have the range of motion, you can lean down for 2-3 breaths into this wide-legged forward fold. Good. Slowly come back up. Take your hands to your hips, come all the way up, and walk or jump your feet together. One last time, we come into our downward facing dog. So bring your hands to the floor, step back, and take your hips up. And maybe you feel that this downward facing dog is already different than the beginning of the class. Maybe close your eyes for the last 2 breaths here. Here and now, this present moment. Then bend your knees that the knee can come down to the floor. Sit down and slide your feet to the front that you can come back to lay back on your back. The feet stay on the floor. So we come into our bridge pose. The feet come a little bit closer to our sitting bones, and they can be hip width apart or even wider if you want. Roll the shoulder blades a little bit together. Place the palms of your hands down, and then tuck the tailbone under so the lower back touches the floor. From here, press into the feet. The feet stay super grounded, and you bring your hips up. Either stay here, pressing the hands down, or if you practice like this to interlace the fingers, roll the shoulder blades a little bit together, and then push the hips a little bit higher. Have the thigh muscle working a lot. And then take 2-3 more breaths here. Wonderful. And slowly release down to the floor. Bring the knees together, and for 1-2 breaths, just breathe. Then take both knees to your chest, but just hold the left knee so you can straighten the right leg back to the floor. Push the right heel away from you while pushing or pulling the left knee a little bit closer. Then bring your hips a little bit more to the left, so jump them a little bit to the left, so you can bring your left knee over your body to the right and to a nice little twist. The left arm opens to the side, so we can end the sequence here with a twist, really good for our lower back and for a good balance. Take 2 more breaths here. And turn back to center, place the feet to the floor so you can neutralize your hips again. Take the right knee to you, bring the left leg long, push the left heel away from you while pulling the right knee a little bit closer. Good, then slide your hips a little bit to the right and bring the knee over your body to the left. Right arm opens to the right, and from here, breathe. Good. And slowly roll back to center. Place the feet to the floor that you can neutralize your hip. And either stay here, let the knees fall together, let the legs slide long, or what I will do is I will sit up to stay the last 1-2 minutes in a seated position. So take whatever position you want where you can be present. If it's laying down, then be present. If it's seated, it's be present. Close your eyes and just observe yourself on your mat in this very moment. Feel your body and feel your breath. And become aware of each and every breath you take in and you let go. Just focus on these waves of in and exhale for just a single moment. And each time you're focusing on your in and exhale, you are just present here and now on your mat where you take time for yourself. Wherever you are, close your hands in front of your chest to give gratitude to this present moment and whatever supports you to be here and now. Maybe it's your yoga practice, but maybe it's something totally different, which is all fine. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who is practicing here with us on LaVi Sound and Yoga, and we hope to see you again. Please have a look in the video description. We have for all German speakers a really great November sale offer for our trainings and for our yoga packs. And if you like to learn with us, we have Yin Yoga teacher training and sound healer training here in Spain. So hope to see you either here in Spain or in any other video. Thank you so much for your support. Namaste.